It is not a script. It is not a trick. It's one sentence that changes who is doing the convincing in the room. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you would have the exact wording, the exact timing, and the exact follow-up ready to use on your very next call if you are a salesperson. As a matter of fact, everybody ought to be a salesperson, because in one way or the other, you are selling things. Welcome once again, viewers, to this class and the channel, The Copia Effect. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you that question that ends, or rather the question that ends every objection before it starts. The question that ends every objection before it starts. Most salespeople never ask it. Nobody ever thought it exists. Let's watch it happen in real time. A closer pitches a $15,000 program. Everything's gone well. Nodding. Good question. Real engagement. Right at the edge of the close, the prospect leans back and says, "I need to talk to my business partner first." Closer number one panics, stacking value, reminding him of bonuses, saying the price won't last past Friday. Watch what happens to the prospect. He doesn't get more convinced. He gets quieter, more guarded. One word answer. "Yeah, let me loop him in and we will cycle back." Every closer knows how that sentence ends. It never cycles back. The deal is gone. Not because the offer was weak, because the pressure pushed the prospect into hiding instead of deciding. Now, let's rewind. Same question, same room, different closer. Closer number two hears, "I need to talk to my business partner." And he doesn't pitch. He doesn't panic. He gets curious. He leans in, slows down, and asks, "When you talk to him, what part of this are you going to be more excited to tell him about?" Then, nothing. A real pause. 3, 4 seconds of silence. No rescuing it. No filling the space. Honestly, the part where we stop losing leads every month because nobody's following up. Read that answer again. The prospect just sold himself out loud in his own words before the conversation with his partner even happened. Same objection, same price, same room. One closer lost the deal by pushing. The other closer won it by asking one question and staying quiet. Did you get that? Good. If not, go through the video again. Here is what separates the closers who last from the ones who burn out fast. Understanding why this small shift creates such a massive result. Most salespeople treat an objection like a wall to push through. But an objection isn't a wall. It's a checkpoint. The prospect isn't blocking you. They are asking permission to slow down. I need to talk to my partner is almost never about the partner. It's about validation, the fear of deciding alone and being wrong. You cannot argue someone out of needing validation. You can only help them find it. And the fastest way to do that is to have them hear it in their own voice. This is a well-documented principle in psychology called the self-generation effect. People believe and remember their own conclusions far more than anything they are told. When you ask the right question, their brain flies the answer as their own idea, not your pitch, not a sales tactic, not something to be suspicious of. And people defend their own conclusions far harder than they will ever defend your pitch. That's the entire mechanism behind this question. I hope you are gaining value. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel. Now, let's turn this into something you can actually run on your very next call. This is a 5-step framework. Memorize the order, not just the words. Step 1. Acknowledge first. Never skip this. Totally get that. Makes sense to loop him in. No resistance, no defensiveness. That takes us to step 2. Let there be a breach. Let there be a breath. Don't fire the question. The instant the objection lands, that reads as rehearsed. Count 1 full second in your head. Step 3. Ask the question. Genuinely curious, not clever. When you talk to him, what part of this are you most excited to tell him about? Say it slow. Then step 4. Let the silence sit. 3 to 4 full seconds. If you talk first, you hand the reins back to yourself and the whole technique collapses. I hope you get that point. Then that takes us to step 5. Listen for the real answer, not the polite one. If the first thing they say sounds rehearsed or vague, ask gently. And what matters most to you personally about that? That second layer, past the polite answer, is almost always where the real reason lives. That's the sentence you reflect back to them. Once you hear the real reason, you are doing selling. Or rather, once you hear the real reason, then you are done selling. Just mirror it back so it sounds like ending the missed follow-ups is the real win here. Does that sound right? Then stop talking. Let me take that again. Once you hear the real reason, you are done selling. Just mirror it back so it sounds like ending the missed follow-ups is the real win here. Does that sound right? Then stop talking. Here's what makes this framework premium. It's not one line for one objection. Swap a few words and it handles almost anything a prospect throws at you. Objection. I need to think about it. Your question. Totally fair. When you are thinking it over, what would need to be true for this to be an easy yes. Objection: it's too expensive. Your question: I hear you. If the price weren't a factor at all, what part of this would you be most excited to finally have solved? Another objection: just send me some information. Your question: happy to. When you are reading through it, what's the one thing you are hoping it answers for you? Then the last objection here: it's not the right time. Your question: understood. What would need to change for the timing to feel right? Notice the pattern in every single one. You never argue. You never defend the price. You ask what they would need to feel confident. And then you go silent. You are never contradicting them. You are handing the microphone back to them every single time. Now, the part almost nobody talks about: the three ways closers ruin this question the first time they try it. Mistake number one: asking it too fast, right on top of the objection. It sounds rehearsed, and the prospect feels handled instead of heard. Mistake number two: breaking the silence. The second you jump into feel the quiet, you have done their thinking for them, and the whole point is lost. Don't forget that. Mistake number three: reacting to the answer instead of reflecting it. Don't pitch again. Once they've answered, mirror their words back and stop. Get those three things right: the pause before, the silence during, and the mirror after. And this question will outperform almost everything else in your toolkit. This reframe doesn't just rescue deals that look completely dead. It changes the way prospects remember you, not as the person who pushed, as the person who actually listened when it mattered. That reputation is what turns single sales into referrals. People send friends to the closer who respected their process, never to the one who rushed it. The best closers don't overpower objections. They redirect them back to the one person the prospect already trusts completely: themselves. Here is how to actually make this stick instead of just watching it and forgetting it by tomorrow. First, write the core question on a sticky note. What part of this are you most excited to tell them about? Put it where you can see it on your next call. Second, pick one objection you hear every single week: price, timing, or send me info, and rehearse your version of this question out loud 3 times before you need it. Number 3, the next time you hear an objection, count to 1 in your head before you respond. That single second is where most closers lose the deal, and where you are about to start winning it. Try this exact question on the very next objection you hear this week, not next month. this week. I said, if this video changes how you think about objections, that's exactly what this channel is all about. Turning the moments that used to cost you deals into the moments that win them. Subscribe to the channel now. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when we post inspiring videos like this, you will be first to be notified by YouTube. And as you subscribe, look out for next week, the follow-up line that turns their own words into a signed deal without a single follow-up email. I will see you again, friends, in the next video.